Mixer's dead. It was inevitable, but it still came out of the blue. I did stream on Mixer a bit. I used to use Mixer to record my gaming footage before I had a capture card. I thought that the recording process was good since I could start recording from the Xbox menu directly, but I also thought retrieving the recording was a bit difficult for nothing, and the website was generally not user-friendly. I never really understood the reasons why Mixer never took off. I used to see a lot of people on Twitter mocking Mixer, and they were usually mocking it for not having a lot of viewers. If we look at these stats here, taken from Forbes, its year-over-year growth was completely stagnant. Mixer was going nowhere, and it simply did not do a good job at bringing viewers in. Being last in hours watched compared to other major streaming platforms, even though the streaming industry is showing tremendous growth. It sucks for Mixer because they were definitely trying to grow. Everyone remembers when they stole Ninja and Shroud from Twitch after having offered them $1 million contracts. Wouldn't that be nice, being offered millions to play a game? I play games, no one gives a shit! I remember when this was announced, people thought Twitch was going to die and go the way of Vine.
Well, well, well. How the turntables...
Then when people saw that Ninja was getting a fraction of the viewers he used to get, they said his career was dead. And honestly, I remember being on Mixer and going over to Ninja's stream and seeing that he was pulling in just a few thousands. I was like, god damn, what a shit business deal Mixer made. Millions for someone who pulls in just a few thousands. I assumed the plan was to pull in as many viewers as possible when bringing in these big streamers to attract as many advertisers as possible. I guess they gambled and lost. Just recently, when the Joe Rogan Spotify deal was announced, we saw memes comparing the Mixer and Ninja deal with the Joe Rogan and Spotify deals, insinuating Joe was going to be as irrelevant as Ninja when Ninja switched platform. But now it's clear Ninja did not lose at all. Ninja and Shroud are now free agents. They were paid the value of their entire contract, and they can now go back to Twitch if they want to. Aren't you happy when two rich guys get even richer out of pure luck while you are out here wasting your life on a 9-to-5 you hate for peanuts?
You shut up when I'm talking to you!
So yeah, from loser getting memed to absolute winner overnight. Although I'm sure this soy boy is going to continue getting memed.
If you guys know it, just move. It's all I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement.
There's a lesson we can all take from witnessing Mixer's demise. People don't just switch platforms. People are not going to make an account on another website just to follow you. They will just watch someone else. I doubt we will see other $1 million deals from platforms trying to steal top streamers from each other. Unless of course they don't learn. Of course you could argue that the Joe Rogan deal is analogous to the Ninja deal, even though he's not a streamer, he's a podcaster. What does this mean for viewers? I think it means we will be stuck with the same platforms for a while. I doubt we will see other serious insignificant streaming platforms starting up anytime soon. I think Twitch will continue to dominate, and with this lack of competition we will continue to be exposed to ridiculous actions and policies, like its no tolerance ban when there is nudity, like the double standard, like the ridiculous hirings. The Mixer lesson can be applied to YouTube as well, I think. Like I said, people don't switch platforms. I doubt we will see a serious competitor to YouTube, at least not in the foreseeable future. And without competition you can do whatever you want, such as demonetizing children's channels, demonetizing video game violence, giving 100% of the revenue to multi-billion-dollar companies when you use a snippet of their song in your video, guilty before proven innocent in copyright claims, etc. It also sucks for the creators that were dedicated to this platform. At least they can go to Twitch, even if Mixer's dead. But I have a feeling that the viewers will not just come over to Twitch. Viewers don't switch platforms when their favorite streamer leaves. But it might be different if the platform that the streamer left doesn't even exist anymore, meaning there is no alternative for them to watch, no alternative streamer for them to watch. It will be interesting to see what happens with the followers of those big streamers. If I had to guess, I would say these creators will probably have to grind all over again, and that the viewers will just disappear. But I don't know, we will see. I hope that the viewers will transfer over. The big announcement came a few days after a controversy that it was involved in, where an executive called its streamers their slave. You gotta love that capitalist, I own you because you're just an employee contractor attitude. Here's what the article says. Former Mixer employee Millen Lee shared a story Sunday about his time working at the company, saying, "This experience was the worst I've ever had professionally, and it's all due to racism." Lee worked at the streaming platform owned by Microsoft starting in 2018. In his story, he shared several instances where the color of his skin became a factor in his work environment. "I was one of the only black people working at Mixer during my tenure," Lee wrote. "While at a conference, I was pulled aside and told that the only reason I was hired is because I'm street smart. The first thing that popped into my head at the time was affirmative action. I believed I was only hired to meet a diversity goal because I was black." Lee said he was able to brush some things aside, but one incident was too much to ignore. Lee claimed his manager used an inappropriate analogy involving slavery. Time goes by and we are in an internal meeting discussing projects we wanted to execute, Lee wrote. My manager decided to give us an analogy. That analogy was, I'm in between a rock and a hard place. What I mean is all the partners are my slaves. I own their content. I control their success on our platform. For me, I am the slave master. I own partners. I immediately got angry, pissed off, and honestly I didn't want to work at Mixer Microsoft anymore. Lee said he reported the experience to a skip level manager, but no action was taken. Lee said he then brought his comments to HR as well as the legal team to start an investigation. He said the investigation found his manager was not guilty of wrongdoing. One of the main people calling the shots have zero respect for any partner on their platform, Lee wrote. She believes you're all slaves and she owns your future and content. I stood up to her because I refused to let anyone be classified as such, and I hope no partners feel bad I did so. Mixer responded to the allegation in a Twitter response. Our goal is to build a positive, welcoming, and inclusive team and community. To those sharing your stories, it's unacceptable that we did not provide that for you. We'll be vigilant in addressing this more diligently in the future. Thank you, Milan, and to the entire community. This is a bullshit PR response that pretty much means absolutely nothing. Anyways, in terms of Microsoft and their future, it just seems like Microsoft fails at breaking into new business ventures. Microsoft appears to be good at one thing, its operating system, aka Windows 10. Microsoft bought Skype for $8.5 billion. People barely use Skype now. You see Skype at work sometimes, but Zoom now appears to be the program people are talking about. I think Xbox is the next Microsoft thing to die. Just looking at the announcement, it's not very encouraging. Xbox 360 sucked because it was plagued with a red ring of death. Xbox One sucked because it had barely any good exclusives, especially compared to the PS4. Xbox One X looks like it's going to suck because it does not appear to be focusing on exclusive again. Just look at the YouTube view count and the like-dislike ratio on its announcement video. Plus, the name is retarded. We have Xbox One X, then we have Xbox One Series X. It sounds like the same console. Nintendo failed with the Wii U because people thought it was the same thing as the Wii. We would think that Microsoft would try to avoid the same problem. Either way, Mixer is getting memed, which is hilarious. Here are two of my favorites. Like, subscribe, tell me what you think about Mixer and the lessons we can take from it. Do you think that people don't switch platforms, that we're going to be stuck with the big platforms that we know? Do you think there's going to be a new platform that will be invented? Alright, peace out.